Picture this. You're 76 years old. Every morning you make your bowl of oatmeal, same routine, same ingredients. Your doctor's been talking about your cholesterol numbers, your arterial health, maybe even mentioned the word plaque. You've tried medications. You've cut back on butter. You're doing your best. But what if I told you that one simple scoop, literally 1 tablespoon of something you can buy at any grocery store, could start transforming your arterial health in as little as 30 days? I'm Alex Carter, and today we're talking about the single most powerful addition you can make to your morning oatmeal if you're over 75. This isn't some exotic superfood from the Amazon. It's not expensive, and the science behind it? Absolutely stunning. We're talking about ground flaxseed. Yes, those tiny golden or brown seeds that have been quietly sitting in health food stores for decades. But here's what most people don't know. When you grind these seeds fresh and add just 1 tablespoon to your oatmeal every morning, something remarkable begins happening inside your arteries. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how this works, why it's especially crucial after 75, and the simple morning routine that could give your cardiovascular system the support it's been begging for. Because here's the truth. Your arteries don't have to keep stiffening. Your cardiovascular system isn't giving up. It's just waiting for the right support. Let's start with what we're actually talking about. Flaxseed, also called linseed, is one of the oldest cultivated crops on Earth. But it's only when you grind these seeds that you unlock their full power. Whole flax seeds, they'll pass right through your digestive system. But ground flaxseed becomes a triple threat nutritional powerhouse. First, it's the richest plant source of omega-3 fatty acids on the planet, specifically one called ALA, or alpha-linolenic acid. Your arteries absolutely love omega-3 seconds, especially after 75 when inflammation naturally increases. Second, it's loaded with something called lignans. These are plant compounds that act like gentle, natural protectors for your cardiovascular system. And third, it's packed with both soluble and insoluble fiber. We're talking about 8 grams of fiber in just 2 tablespoons. That's more fiber than 2 apples. Now, here's the myth I need to bust right away. People think arterial health is just about good and bad cholesterol. But after 75, it's so much more complex than that. Your arteries face inflammation, oxidative stress, stiffening, and reduced flexibility. They need comprehensive support, not just one-dimensional solutions. And that's exactly what ground flaxseed provides, comprehensive, multi-angle support for the entire cardiovascular system. But wait until you hear what happens in those first 30 days, because the research on this is genuinely exciting, and it's specifically powerful for adults over 75. The key is understanding that your arteries aren't like old plumbing that's beyond repair. They're living tissue that responds beautifully when you give them the right nutrients. And ground flaxseed, it speaks your arteries' language. Let's talk about what's actually happening inside your arteries when you're over 75 and why ground flaxseed is so perfectly designed to help. Think of your arteries like garden hoses. When you're young, they're flexible, smooth on the inside, and blood flows easily. But after decades of use, a few things start happening. The walls can become inflamed. Imagine tiny irritations along the inner lining. Then, your body tries to patch these irritations, and sometimes those patches become sticky spots where cholesterol and calcium can collect. Over time, these spots can build up into what we call plaque. And as plaque accumulates, your arteries become stiffer, narrower, less flexible. Now here's where ground flaxseed comes in, like a gentle repair crew. The omega-3 seconds, particularly that ALA I mentioned, are powerful anti-inflammatory agents. They calm down that chronic inflammation happening in your arterial walls. Less inflammation means fewer sticky spots forming in the first place. The lignans in flaxseed act like antioxidant bodyguards. They protect your LDL cholesterol from oxidizing. Why does this matter? Because it's not just about how much LDL you have, it's about whether that LDL becomes oxidized and damaged. Damaged LDL is what contributes to plaque formation. Lignans help prevent that damage. And then there's the fiber. This is beautiful. The soluble fiber in flaxseed forms a gel-like substance in your digestive system. This gel actually binds to cholesterol and bile acids and escorts them out of your body before they can be reabsorbed. Your liver then has to pull cholesterol from your bloodstream to make new bile acids. The result? Lower circulating cholesterol levels. But here's what makes this especially powerful after 75. Your body's natural anti-inflammatory systems aren't as robust as they once were. Your antioxidant production slows down. Your fiber intake often decreases because heavy, rough foods become harder to digest. Ground flaxseed compensates for all three of these age-related changes, and it does it gently, naturally, without harsh side effects. It's like giving your cardiovascular system the three things it's been quietly asking for: calm the inflammation, protect against damage, and clear out the excess cholesterol. So what does this actually feel like in your daily life after 75? What changes might you notice in those first 30 days? Now, I want to be clear, everyone's different. But here's what many seniors report, and what the research suggests. Within the first 2 weeks, many people notice more consistent energy levels. No more that mid-morning crash. This makes sense. Stable blood sugar and better circulation means steadier energy delivery to your cells. Around week 3, some people report feeling lighter, less sluggish. That's likely the anti-inflammatory effects kicking in. Chronic inflammation makes everything feel harder, getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, even thinking clearly. By 30 days, many seniors notice their blood pressure readings are more consistent. Not dramatic drops, but gentle, steady improvements. The omega-3 seconds help your arterial walls relax and maintain flexibility. And here's something almost everyone notices: improved digestion, more regular bowel movements, less bloating, a feeling of internal cleanliness. At 75 plus, when digestive motility naturally slows down, this is a genuine quality of life improvement. Some people also report better sleep, clearer thinking, even improved mood. Remember, omega-3 seconds don't just support your arteries, they support your brain, your nervous system, your entire inflammatory response. Now, will you feel your arteries unclogging? No. Arterial healing is quiet, invisible work happening at the cellular level. But after 60 to 90 days, when you get your next blood work done, that's when you might see the numbers shifting, cholesterol improving, inflammatory markers decreasing, triglycerides dropping. Your body is doing the work. You're just giving it the right tools. Here's your simple, practical morning protocol. Because doing this right matters, there's a way to maximize the benefits and a way to waste your time. Step 1. Buy whole flaxseed, not pre-ground. Yes, you can buy ground flaxseed, but here's the problem. Omega-3 seconds oxidize when exposed to air and light. Pre-ground flax, sitting on a shelf for weeks, has lost much of its power. Buy whole flaxseed, golden or brown, doesn't matter, and grind it fresh. Step 2. Use a coffee grinder or spice grinder. 15 seconds, done. You want a coarse powder, not a paste. Grind enough for 3 to 4 days at a time, then store it in an airtight container in your refrigerator. Step 3. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons to your oatmeal after cooking. This is key. Don't cook the flaxseed with your oatmeal. Heat can damage those delicate omega-3 seconds. Cook your oatmeal, then stir in your ground flax at the end. Step 4. Add a little extra liquid. Flaxseed absorbs moisture. Add an extra splash of milk, almond milk, or water so your oatmeal doesn't become too thick. Step 5. Give it 2 to 3 minutes to gel up. Let it sit. This creates that beautiful creamy texture and allows the soluble fiber to activate. Bonus tips. Add a sprinkle of cinnamon. It's another anti-inflammatory powerhouse and tastes amazing with flax. Mix in some walnuts or blueberries for additional omega-3 seconds and antioxidants. If you don't like oatmeal, add ground flax to smoothies, yogurt, or cottage cheese. Just don't heat it. The most important rule: consistency beats perfection. 1 tablespoon every single morning is better than 2 tablespoons sporadically. Your arteries need steady, daily support, not occasional bursts. Think of this as your morning investment in cardiovascular health. 5 minutes of prep, decades of benefit. Now let's talk about safety, because at 75 plus, we need to be smart and informed. First, the water rule. Ground flaxseed is very high in fiber. If you're not used to fiber, start with 1 teaspoon for the first week, then gradually increase to 1 tablespoon. And here's critical: drink plenty of water throughout the day. Fiber without water can cause constipation, which is the opposite of what we want. Second, if you're on blood thinners, flaxseed has mild blood thinning properties because of those omega-3 seconds. If you're taking warfarin, Eliquis, or similar medications, talk to your doctor first. They may just want to monitor you more closely. Flaxseed is generally considered safe, but communication is key. Third, hormonal considerations. The lignans in flaxseed have very mild phytoestrogen properties. For most people, this is beneficial. But if you have a history of hormone-sensitive conditions, just run it by your healthcare provider. Fourth, medication timing. Take your medications at least 1 hour before or 2 hours after consuming flaxseed. The fiber can potentially reduce absorption of certain medications. And finally, the allergy check. Flax allergies are rare, but they exist. If you've never had flaxseed before, start small and pay attention to how you feel. Here's the thing: ground flaxseed is one of the gentlest, safest interventions you can make. Humans have been consuming it for over 6,000 years. But at 75 plus, we honor our bodies by being thoughtful and informed. When in doubt, loop in your doctor. Show them the research. Most healthcare providers love seeing patients take proactive, evidence-based steps. Let's dig into the research for a moment, because this is where things get really interesting. There was a landmark study published in the journal Hypertension that followed adults for 12 months. Those who consumed 30 grams of ground flaxseed daily, that's about 3 tablespoons, experienced significant reductions in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. In fact, the reduction was comparable to many blood pressure medications. But here's what fascinated me. The benefits were most pronounced in people over 70. Why? Because older adults typically have stiffer arteries with more cumulative oxidative damage. The concentrated dose of omega-3 seconds and lignans appeared to help restore some of that lost flexibility. Another study in the Journal of Nutrition found that flaxseed consumption reduced inflammatory markers, specifically C-reactive protein and IL-6, by an average of 25–30% over 12 weeks in older adults. Now, about that unclogging claim, let's be scientifically honest. Flaxseed doesn't dissolve existing plaque like drain cleaner. What it does is slow the progression of atherosclerosis, reduce new plaque formation, and in some cases help stabilize existing plaque so it's less likely to rupture. Think of it this way. If your arterial health is a sliding scale from 1 to 10, flaxseed can help you move from a 5 to a 7 over several months. It won't take you from severe blockage to perfect arteries, but it absolutely supports the direction of improvement. The mechanism? It's that triple action, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and cholesterol binding. Each works on a different aspect of arterial aging. Together, they create a comprehensive support system. All right, let's make this real. Here's your simple, achievable 30-day plan to start supporting your arterial health with ground flaxseed. Week 1, the foundation. Buy whole flaxseed in a small coffee grinder. Start with just 1 teaspoon of ground flax in your morning oatmeal. Focus on drinking 6 to 8 glasses of water throughout the day. This week is about building the habit without overwhelming your digestive system. Week 2, gradual increase. Increase to 2 teaspoons daily. Notice how your body responds, energy levels, digestion, overall feeling. If you're tolerating it well, you're ready for the next step. Week 3, full therapeutic dose. Move to 1 full tablespoon, about 3 teaspoons every morning. This is your maintenance dose. Keep up the water intake. This is when the cardiovascular benefits really start accumulating. Week 4, optimize and expand. Continue your tablespoon daily, but now add complementary habits. A 15-minute walk after breakfast to support circulation, or add more colorful vegetables to your lunch. The flaxseed works even better when it's part of a broader heart-healthy pattern beyond 30 days. Make this your new normal. After 60 to 90 days, get your blood work done, cholesterol panel, inflammatory markers if possible. Track your blood pressure weekly if you have a home monitor. Document how you feel, energy, sleep quality, mental clarity. Important reminder, this isn't about perfection. If you miss a day, just start again the next morning. The benefits come from consistency over time, not from never missing a single day. Your arteries have carried you through 75 plus years of life. Now it's time to give them the targeted support they need for the years ahead. You know what I love about ground flaxseed? It's a perfect metaphor for aging with wisdom and grace. These tiny seeds look insignificant, ordinary, even, but when you grind them up and give them the right environment, they release extraordinary power. They don't make loud promises. They don't demand attention. They just quietly, consistently do the work of nourishing and protecting. That's exactly how we should approach our health after 75. Not with dramatic overhauls that exhaust us, not with fear-based restrictions that steal our joy, but with small, evidence-based additions, simple morning rituals that compound over time into profound benefits. Your arteries don't need you to be perfect. They just need you to show up consistently with the right support. 1 tablespoon at a time, 1 morning at a time, 1 choice at a time. And here's what I want you to remember. At 75, 80, even 90, your body is still responding, still healing, still capable of positive change. The door isn't closed. It's just asking you to walk through it with intention. So tomorrow morning, when you make that bowl of oatmeal, add that golden scoop of ground flaxseed, and know that you're not just eating breakfast, you're investing in vitality, in independence, in the quality of every day ahead. If you found this helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Senior Wellness 365 for more evidence-based guidance on aging with strength and grace. Check the description below for links to the studies I mentioned and our recommended flaxseed brands. Your healthiest chapter is still being written.